gas laws before: Boyle's, Charles, Gay-Lussac, and combined. And it also has a few of the ideal gas law. This is the ideal gas law, where P still stands for pressure, V stands for volume, N stands for moles, R is a constant, which in our case will be 8.31, and the unit for this is crazy, and volumes have to be in liters, our pressures have to be in kPa, and we were going to put our temperature in Kelvin anyway, and mole is a mole. Alright, so the first one says how many moles. So N is our unknown. So we're going to have a P, a V, this is going to be our unknown, R is going to be 8.31, and temperature is going to be somewhere here. So liters is volume, kPa is pressure, and Kelvin is temperature. So the P is 281, the V is 0.14, and the temperature is 343. So when you're punching that in the calculator, you can just go 281 times 0.14 divided by the product of 8.31 times 343 equals moles. Number 2. At what temperature? We've got moles, which is N, we've got kPa, which is pressure, we've got liters, which is volume. So anytime you see mole in there, you automatically think of the ideal gas law, because N stands for mole. Alright, so we've got a P, which is 392, we've got a V, which is 3.8 liters, we've got an N, which is 0.505, we've got an R, which is always 8.31, and our unknown is at what temperature. So here's our unknown. So the way you would punch that in the calculator is you do this times this, and then you would divide it by the product of these two times each other. Number 3, we've learned that moles is related to grams, and so actually I'm thinking of question number 4. Skip that. Okay, so how many moles? Well, once again we're looking for N. Okay, so we're going to have a P, a V equals an N, an R, and a T. So we just go in, and liters is volume, so that goes there. kPa is pressure, so that goes there. Temperature, right? K is temperature, so that's 305. So to solve that, you would multiply these and divide it by the product of those two times each other. Alright, this next question was the one I was thinking of a moment ago, and that's where we're given grams, and we can take grams to moles by dividing grams by the molar mass of the chemical that's in question. So we'd have to ask ourselves, well, what is the molar mass of Cl2? Well, Cl by itself is 35.5, so 2 times 35.5 equals 71. So 71 grams per mole is the molar mass of Cl2. So to get our N, we're supposed to come up with an N from the grams. Okay, so to do that, we would just go, N is 32 divided by 71, and that's our N. Our R is still 8.31. Our temperature is 285. Our pressure is our unknown. And our volume is 14. So we're going to take care of all of these numbers and then divide it by 14 to come up with our unknown. Number 5. A gas is cooled until its volume. Originally it occupied a volume of, and so this is V1 and this is V2. V2. This must be T2. The pressure remains constant. So we're actually going back to using one of these formulas, right? Because if the pressure remains constant, we don't need this one, and so it's going to be one of those. So since it's V and T, and we've got T2 and V2, so 12.2 over X, okay, and our unknown, and our V1 is 49.7 and 341. Originally, this is T1, okay, 341. Okay, so then you just cross multiply, divide by that. And if it wants it back change to Kelvin, from Kelvin to Celsius, because this is going to be in Kelvin, Kelvin minus 273 equals Celsius. Alright. Volume, temperature, temperature, pressure, pressure. What is the new volume? Alright, so usually this one and this one and this one are all kind of in the same sentence, so usually those are going to be your beginning stuff. Okay, so our P is 101, this is 2.91 times 10 to the 5th, 301. Our new temperature is 258. Our new pressure is 93. Number 7, how many moles? So we're looking for PV equals nRT, right? Alright, so R is 8.31, the temperature is 297, the pressure is 1.24 times 10 to the 4th, and the volume is 25. Number 8, we've got pressure and temperature and temperature. So it's P over T equals P over T. So these are close together in the same sentence. A rigid container has a pressure of this at this temperature. So 343.1 on top of 654. And 273 is our other temperature. And our new pressure is our unknown. The volume changes from, the volume changes from that to that. So this is 1 and this is 2. This must be 1. So it's PV equals PV. This is Boyle's law, and this is the one where it's not a fraction. Right, so 44 times 15 equals question mark, because it's what is the new pressure. Okay, so you would go 44 times 15 divided by 3. And the last one, liters is volume.